Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Arkeya Deshpande, and you are watching Grapevine News. Today I'm joined with Tom Mulcair from the NDP party.
Hello,
how are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
So let's start by getting a short summary of your party's platform. Should we be expecting any changes to your policies from the last election?
There actually are a few changes to our party's platform. First and foremost, we are looking to build 2 more schools. Actually, we're looking to put more funding into teacher education and try and reduce class sizes. And we are also trying to create more jobs through the expansion and building. We're trying to build more infrastructure to create more jobs and more opportunities for the everyday person.
Currently, members of parliament earn their seats by getting the most votes with their ridings. However, there are many reasons, such as gerrymandering, as to why the number of representatives from each province is unproportional. Will your party decide to change Canada's voting system?
Actually, we are choosing not to alter the voting system because we, as the NDP, find the first past the post system, while there are its flaws like every other system, it is relatively fair, it's simple, and it allows families to easily access and vote.
Recently, we've seen a few corruption scandals in the Senate. What will you do about it?
Our government actually aims to create an equal environment for everyone, and scandals such as using government funds to go on your own private trips is utterly unacceptable for the NDP. And if we ever catch a member of Senate doing that, they will immediately have their privileges and placement in the Senate revoked.
Canada has a reputation of being quite a friendly country, so should we lend a helping hand to the Syrian refugees to Canada?
Our government has actually resolved to have a long-term plan for Syrian refugees. We'll be creating new infrastructure to support these refugees and temporary housing. And our plan is to, at the end of 9 years, every consecutive year, admit 20,000 Syrian refugees into the country and plan to stabilize that number and try and create and help make Canada a great home for them.
When one thinks of a word to describe Canada, multiculturalism often pops up. Then should we allow the use of Niqabs or any type of veil in civic ceremonies?
You know, as leader of NDP, I believe some people believe in the free human rights system we have now, and some people do not. And I feel that wearing niqabs and other headdresses and veils is under that same umbrella. Like, if someone truly believes in this religion and feels it's important to them and their identity to have this as part of their photo, then I totally respect that. I feel that that is totally okay and it's entirely within their rights, and Canada should be accepting of that as it's a multinational country.
We play and live on the lands of Canadian Aboriginals, but not all of the land is rightfully ours. In return, the Aboriginals receive government funding. We have a deep history together, so should we raise their funds, or does money not solve any of the problems?
Yes, I definitely believe that as leader of NDP, we should definitely support and fund BC Aboriginals, or Aboriginals in Canada. I feel that the government's relationship with Canadian Aboriginals has been exceptionally poor, especially during the Harper government, and I feel it's my and my party's responsibility to try and fix that. However, I feel that funding isn't the only way we should support them. I feel that the best way to do that is through building new schools in Aboriginal land and fixing their housing and monetary situations.
Marijuana can be helpful for those who need it and can use it properly, but it may be harder to control when it becomes a legal recreational drug. Should we legalize it? And if so, how can we control it?
You know, as leader of NDP, I really believe that marijuana should be decriminalized because currently the punishments for marijuana are extremely severe. So when I'm elected into power, I will create dispensaries that will distribute marijuana in a controlled manner and avoid lacing issues like we've had previously in the past 4 years. And I believe that recreational marijuana should be mostly legal. I believe there should be age restrictions. Like, I believe you should not be able to use marijuana below the age of 19, But other than that, I really feel that it's not harmful to people in general.
Canada's healthcare system is a public system. However, those who can afford it can choose to receive treatment first, from a privatized doctor unknowingly creating a two-tier system. How can you solve this problem?
I believe that the solution to this problem is actually just to increase funding for public healthcare. I feel that currently it's difficult and troublesome to go to a doctor, and it takes time and effort, and a lot of families, especially for emergency, have to wait sometimes up to 24 hours before they actually receive treatment, and that in a lot of cases can be the difference between life or death. I feel if we increase funding for public health care, then that solves a lot of those problems.
Many parts of Canada already have carbon taxes, but should we do more to regulate carbon emissions?
Canada, after the Harper government, their reputation in their environmental stance is extremely declined because the Harper government has blatantly ignored and even encouraged the abuse of the environment. And as leader of NDP, I believe our party should change that and introduce a carbon tax which will heavily tax any corporation or entity abusing the environment overtly.
Privacy is a big issue now that technology is so advanced. Will Bill C-51 be an intrusion of privacy or a good way to limit threats of the security of Canada?
Bill C-51 can really be a huge benefit to this country and help obstruct terrorism and child pornography, but it really depends how it's implemented. For example, the Harper government or any other abusive government could use that information to spy on their citizens and use it in an obtrusive and unacceptable manner, but our government would use it only and solely for the purpose of rooting out potential threats to the country, and I believe, given the way it could be implemented, it could be a great asset to this country.
The US election is going on at the same time as our federal election. Is there a specific candidate you hope to win?
I believe that the NDP and myself support Hillary Clinton, and we would love to have her as a future business partner and partner in governing our countries after she wins the election, hopefully.
In 2014, the Boards of Directors Modernization Act was introduced to the Canadian Senate, but even up till now, the measure has not been acted on. What do you think about gender workplace diversity?
Gender workplace diversity is a huge problem in Canadian culture currently. Just in the past few years, hundreds of Aboriginal women have been abducted, and the general attitude towards women is still extremely sexist. When I entered power, me and my party resolved to change that and end the huge prejudices and sexism against women.
And over here we have a pretty short question. What will you do for the studio program at all?
For the studio class, I plan to collaborate and talk with Mr. Whiteman, our teacher, on possible field trips and events we can organize, and I have proposed a unique thing. Every single person, after I'm elected, will receive a brownie if I'm elected. I will personally bake brownies for all you guys to give to you. If that isn't the best thing, I don't know what is, guys. I really don't.
And finally, to our last question. So, Tom, what do you think about your opposition in this election?
Honestly, I really don't think I have any. I really think the opposition currently has been very inactive, and I haven't seen any ad campaigns or posters except for my opposing candidate, Margaret Shen. And I have a lot of respect for her, and I think she'll do really well in life, but I honestly think I have this election in the bag.
Once again, my name's Arkeya Deshpande.
I'm Tom Mulcair.
This has been The Grapevine. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Peace out.